with Image Comics hitting its 30-year anniversary, I thought it'd be fun to take a little look down memory lane. So this is issue number 49 of Wizard magazine, September 1995. So Image would have been 2 years old and got this great cover by Joe Madureira working on the X-Men. That's a Marvel book, and it's a cool fold-out cover here. Wolverine, Cyclops, Beast, Juggernaut, Sabretooth, Magneto. And then when you open it up here, see this ad for the New Gods, and then Vampirella Strikes #1 from Harris Comics. But then right when we get into the letters section here, the first thing I noticed here is A Day in the Life of Todd McFarlane coming up in Wizard number 50, along with a Spawn casting call and Todd's monthly Ego column. So this magazine featured what was hot in comics, and Image had already been on the scene for a few years, and I can see there's more references to Todd McFarlane here in the letter columns. Oh, great wizard people, can Todd McFarlane count? Yes, but only to 18. Then he has a bit of trouble until he reaches 21. Go figure. You'd think the guy would take off his shoes to count on his toes after 10 and not have any problems until he hits 20. Maybe he forgets to count his thumbs. So I think that's in reference to the way that he was numbering Spawn at the time. The next thing we'll see here's Joe Madureira. There is a Joe Madureira feature in here. Really great artist. He was working on Uncanny X-Men at the time. And I really loved his work. But then I'm noticing Mark Silvestri in here. So Mark Silvestri was one of the co-founders of Image. Mark Silvestri, along with Jim Lee, Todd McFarlane, Eric Larson, Rob Liefeld, Jim Valentino, and Wills Partasio. Those artists were the original 7 founding members of Image Comics. So this is a little thing about portfolio reviews and what you need to do if you want to get hired in comics. And then here we have Ad for Wildcats on sale from Image in Wildstorm. So all of these guys were completely independent, and everything that they were doing was creator owned. So they had the Image imprint to publish under, but they all had their own studios. So Wildstorm Productions, that was Jim Lee's, and one of the books that he was doing was Wildcats. And one of the fun things Wizard magazine would do is they would come up with these casting calls. So you didn't get superhero movies very often back in 1995, so the fans could imagine what the movie would be like. So we've got Spartan with Dolph Lundgren, Brad Pitt as Grifter, Vanessa Williams as Voodoo, Stephen Baldwin as Maul. Okay, so this is a cool little thing, and it just shows how popular the Image books were at this time. So we've already got Todd McFarlane come up in the next issue. We've got Mark Silvestri being featured. They're doing their casting call for Wildcats. And then here we have Spawn Blood Feud. This was a cool little mini-series, and if you'll notice here, it says story by Alan Moore, pencils by Tony Daniel, inks by Kevin Conrad. So Todd McFarlane and Greg Capullo, they were the people who were working on those first issues of Spawn, pencils and inks. And then Greg Capullo, I used to love this. Here is his Greg Capullo's Crash Course. Pretty funny story about that. He has talked about the fact that as soon as he said he did not want to do the Crash Course for Wizard magazine anymore, he quickly slid down the ranks of the top 10 artists until he wasn't on the list anymore. So he mentioned that story to point out kind of how bogus the rankings were. So here's the Wizards top 10 for 1995. Got Todd McFarlane's Spawn, J. Scott Campbell, Gen 13, another Image book. Greg Capullo, Spawn. Andy Kubert, X-Men. Adam Kubert, Wolverine. Joe Quesada, Ash. William Tucci on She, Billy Tucci. Stephen Hughes on Lady Death. Kelly Jones on Batman. And Del Keown on Pitt. So we can see a lot of Image representation there for the artist side. And then on the writer's side, we have Brandon Choi for Gen 13. So Gen 13, it's in the number 2 spot on both of these. So I thought it was a fun way to look back on the Image 30 anniversary here. I would go ahead and show you a book that I never read. I have a big stack over here. Oh, here we go. There's, just to finish it off, there's some Wildstorm, the card game. And we'll see Fairchild featured here. So take a look at this. This is Gen 13, number 1. Written by Brandon Choi, drawn by J. Scott Campbell. It's funny to look back at this because you can just see how kind of off and cartoony this art is. And you have to remember at this time, you know, these kind of like teen heartthrob shows like 90210 were really popular. And I feel like this was an attempt to appeal. They've got this new team of heroes with young teenagers. So here we are. This is Gen 13, number 1. We'll take our time as we look at this. So you can already see we've got some personality being shown here. We start out with some fighting. And here's our cast. Fairchild, a potent mixture of brains and brawn, is the leader of our young band of heroes. Burnout, although quiet by nature, Burnout can speak volumes with explosive plasma blasts. A tempestuous, free-spirited young woman, Freefall, wields the power to defy the very law of gravity. The mischievous bad boy, Grunge, has the ability to alter the molecular structure of his entire body. Born a warrior of the Apache, Rainmaker can manipulate the forces of nature to devastating effect. We'll go right into this battle here. Whap, thwack, nice kick. But you see, I'm the master here, Keiko. Master this, Ronin. Ah, slash. Missed. You call that a kick? Impudent wench. Now I'll use my special lightning blast to turn you into a pile of cinders. Shouldn't have wasted your pepperoni and onion pizza breath talking about it, Ronin. That gave me time to use my own death blow. Slurp. Ah, not the super-size slash. Prepare to die, surfer dog. I can't move. Not enough life energy left. That means I win. Thwack. Oh, and of course I saw that coming. Fatality, Keiko, match winner. So we've got our two characters here playing some sort of spin-off on Mortal Kombat. I can't believe you beat me, Rox, but I never lose at Mortal Conflict. It was probably beginner's luck, Grunge, man. And besides, it's just a game, no big deal. Though, you do make a cute loser. So it's just a game, huh? Then you won't mind if I take the game card before you register the new high score, which means that I'm still the master assassin. Hey, wait a minute, that's not fair. Like they say, Rox, all's fair in lovin'. Whoa! What you doing, Rox? Just thought to lighten your attitude. Aw, come on, honey bear, I was just teasing you. Besides, I know you'd never do anything to hurt your cute, lovable Grunge man. Sounds to me like somebody's ego needs to come back down to earth. Happy landings. Rox, no. Oh. Uh-oh. Hope these weren't connected to anything important. Ooh, zap. Okay, so we've got some fun teenage hijinks. And already I'm wondering, are they an item? Are these two a couple? You mean besides my computer workstation, Eddie? I'm sorry, Kat. It was most uncool of me. Any damage? Not really. Luckily, I keep all my work backed up on my hard drive. Look, I know you two were just having some fun, but don't you think it's time that you started taking things a bit more seriously around here? I mean, if we're going to be working together as a team, then I think it's really important that we try to do all our work assignments and attend all the training sessions instead of passing the time playing video games. We've got a great opportunity here to do a lot of good, you know? So there you go. That's a great opening. Now we know that they're a team, and I think that Fairchild here, she might be the smart one. Opportunity, right. Look, I'm real sorry, Kat. What exactly do you want from us? Oh, I don't know exactly. I know I'm supposed to be the leader of the team, but I can't do it all by myself. I guess all I'm saying is that we've got to start taking more responsibility for ourselves. Well, okay, but Rock started it all. You are such a liar. Oh, you can't get me to take the fall. That's it, I give up. Me too, Rocks. No, Thwomp. So I'm getting the vibe that they're all living in an apartment together. So look at this. Knock, knock. Mr. Lynch, are you busy? Where'd he go? These must have been taken before he got his cybernetic eye. It almost looks as though he were happy back then. Ooh, it's foreshadowing. So I have seen, there was an event called Fire from Heaven that kind of was a crossover between all of the titles. And so I already know what's coming with the relationship between these two here. It's hard to believe I was ever that young. What, Mr. Lynch? I'm sorry, Caitlin, I didn't mean to startle you. I was in the kitchen with Anna, talking about tonight's dinner arrangements. So, what can I do for you? Oh, it's nothing important. Let me be the judge of that, Caitlin. What's on your mind? I don't think I should be the team leader anymore. I'm not sure if I've got what it takes. Trust me, Caitlin, you're the best one for the job. Without you, the other kids would still be Ivana's guinea pigs at Project Genesis. You could have walked away from it all, but you chose to go back and rescue them. I couldn't just leave them there. Project Genesis guinea pigs. That's given us some info. I couldn't just leave them there. A good leader doesn't abandon his or her people. It's the only way the team survives. If your father were alive today, I know he'd be proud of what you've accomplished. Really? Thank you, Mr. Lynch, for everything. Hey guys, where'd Roxy go? Got fed up with grunge here and stormed out of the house. Probably headed downtown to one of the dance clubs. Don't sweat it, Kat. Anyone for some freshly squeezed lemonade? I'll take one, Anna. Hey, Sarah, nice to see you. Ooh, naked? Hello. Careful there, boys, or you just might break something important. The two of you should try the sauna. The heat feels simply delicious. It reminds me of the sweet lodge back on the reservation. The sweat lodge on the reservation. And there's nothing better to complete the experience than a cool, refreshing dip in the pool. Sarah Rainmaker, what in the world do you think you're doing, young lady? Just taking a quick dip in the pool before dinner. Don't worry, Anna. I do know how to swim. Without a bathing suit? Her birthday suit works just fine for me. Oh my. Water looks a little chilly though, doesn't it? It's not as nice as the freshwater spring back home, but it'll do. What's wrong, guys? Not afraid to get a little wet, are you? I'm not sure what they're suggesting, that, maybe she's just so used to skinny dipping back home. There you go, folks. Meanwhile, downtown, though its nightlife is not avant-garde or fast-paced as the city of Los Angeles, the city of San Diego has its own unique blend of after-hours entertainment. For For the younger set, there is the Gaslight District, where they can find a variety of trendy nightclubs and eateries. Those in search of the hippest dance club in town make the pilgrimage to the Soil Machine. Born with the grace of a ballerina and the kinetic energy of a fly girl, Roxanne Spaulding looks upon the industrial discotheque as her own private refuge. It's a place to go when she wants to escape from all the personality conflicts and academic pressures at the La Jolla Beach House. A place where she can forget about the responsibilities and risks of being one of the Gen 13 and simply enjoy the pleasures of being a free-spirited young woman, like relishing the rapt attention of a dark and mysterious bystander, feeling his eyes upon her own private show Roxy puts on her own private show to the driving beat of the techno music, never considering the possibility that her mysterious admirer might very well have his own private agenda. So you can see it's very teen heartthrob kind of setup here. As her body and mind are swept away by the constant flood of music, Roxy soon forgets about the stranger, and soon all she wants to do is dance. Hey, oh hi. Look, I'm really sorry about no harm done, an apology accepted. I believe this hat belongs to you, pretty lady. Oh yeah, my hat, thanks. Wow, you have the most beautiful eyes. Really? Tell me what you see in them. I feel so strange. Splash. Whoa, sorry about that. What happened? Look at what he did to my jacket. Just hold on a sec, I'll be right back. I'll be waiting. What's gotten into you, girl? You come here to relax and dance a little, but almost end up sucking faith with some complete stranger? Kaboom. Yeah, lightning. Must have hit somewhere close by. Uh-oh, the lights. Just great. What else can go wrong tonight? Strange how that storm came out of nowhere and then just seemed to disappear. The lights are back. Time for me to get out of this bathroom and back on the dance floor. Moments ago, in a nearby alley. Transdime Bridge complete. Whoa, who's there? So Image Comics, they always had some bums hanging out in the alley. Seems to be a constant. Entry point is secure. You're clear to come through, but there's no sign of the key lock. Hello there, pretty lady. This is just a dream, isn't it? More like a nightmare, old man. Okay, so we know they're Gen 13. We know that they live in La Jolla, San Diego. We don't know who this is. She looks a lot like the fighter from the video game they were playing. Attention, there's a crisis situation. The sensors have been activated. Computer deactivate voice mode. Magnitude alpha energy disturbance in downtown San Diego. What's going on here? Registered 4 energy spikes. Wait, now there are 4 distinct power signatures. Looks like we're dealing with some heavy hitters. Hold it, there's a 5th power signature in the sector. Registered as a Gen active. Mr. Lynch, the alarm woke us, but we can't find Roxy anywhere in the house. I've already found her. Tell everyone to suit up, Caitlin. Something tells me she's going to need our help. So I guess we're learning they're Gen active and they came from some sort of institution that they had to break out of. Sorry, dude. Club's already full. But you and your friends can go right on in. Blah. The creatures are an ugly-looking bunch. No offense, Jade. None taken. Their weakness disgusts me. Makes me want to put them out of their collective misery. Cool it, Jade. No joy killing norms on this job. We grab the key lock and then we're out of here. But they look so soft and juicy. Shut up, Rake, or I'll have you recycled again. Talk to me, hardball. What do we got? It's here, all right, boss. We've got it this time. Damn straight we do. When One-Eyed Jack is on the job, he sees it through to the end. Meep, meep. According to my scanner, that female in the middle has got it. Who, me? That's it, I'm out of here. Awesome, totally cool. They must be making some movie here. I've had enough excitement for one night. Well, look at what we got here. A supergenic in the neutral zone. That makes her fair game, boys. Good thing I always come prepared. Ka-chack. Who are these freaks? Doom, doom, doom. Why are they after me? More importantly, why am I hanging out here like a sitting duck? Time to find some cover. You forced her down. Let's keep her there, Rake. You and Hardball flank the bar and flush her out. Jade and I will take care of the rest. You see, that's because I'm the boss as well as being the brains of this outfit. Shut up. Just do what you're told. This is unbelievable. I just wanted to cut loose a little tonight, not get cut down. Queep, hey, where did you come from? Stop the press. That's why those mutant freaks are after me? Root, brute. Who you calling a mutant freak? It was just a figure of speech, you know, nothing personal. Queep, give me the Queelock, and I promise you a quick and painless death. Otherwise, it will be a slow and excruciatingly painful one. I don't suppose none of the above is a choice. The last patrons have made it out of the club, Fairchild. The area is secure. Mr. Lynch isolated the phenomenon to this specific site. All we have to do now is find the source and hopefully Roxy. Shouldn't be too hard, Caitlin. Look over towards the bar. Can't say I'm too impressed with the company Roxy's keeping. Yes, more of these special ones. They're really starting to bother me. Waste them all. Good as done, boss. No, they're my friends. Not anymore, kid. They're gonna be dead meat after my posse's finished with them. Hang on, Rox. The cavalry's on its way. Where'd he go? Bonsai, baby. Whoa, babe alert. Now what's a hot chick like you doing with those ugly losers? Out to make a king's ransom? So we've got him flipping over. And you'll notice that he's pretty short, this grunge. But also very buff. Whack. I'll just have to convince you. He knocks his head and now he's seeing stars. Woo. Woo, look at all the pretty girls. So we know he's seeing double. You know, I think she really likes me. Plenty of humor in this comic. You do look like a tasty treat. These guys are pretty creepy. It's a pity your personality and looks aren't nearly as keen as those 9-inch nails of yours, Rake. You dare to mock me? Just for that, I'm going to skin you alive. That's it. Let the anger cloud your judgment so I can get behind you and do this. Zrap. My electrical charges used to be just painful, but now with these new power bands, they're supposed to be quite excruciating. What do you think? Way to go, Sarah. Now it's my turn. Heads up, Roxy. Aces, direct hit, burnout. I don't know if anyone said aces back then. Be careful, Cat. That big one's their leader. Got leader versus leader. Quack. So Fairchild, she's pretty strong. Seems to have super strength as her main power here. Your fighting skills are pathetic, boy toy. But I do like your tattoo. And you are kind of cute in a stupid sort of way. You don't really think I've been trying, do you? I've just been playing with you, Dragon Lady. See, I've got this thing for really strong women. Insolent pup, this is no game. It's a pity I'll have to destroy that lovely tattoo when I slice you. Mess with my tattoo? Ah, think again. He's somehow absorbing the metal from the blade. What are you doing? Just bonding the molecules in my body with the ones in your sword so that I can do this. I bet that hurts. Not as much as having you to look at. She rips off his arm, grabs his arm, electrocutes him, takes him down, but she's bleeding. Your claws may be fearsome weapons, Rake, but they're no match against the fighting spirit of an Apache warrior. Well done, my dear Rake. Had that coming to him. This day is yours, children, but be rest assured, the battle is far from over. She's smart enough to know when the odds are stacked against her, but just in case she's feeling a little lonely, let's give her some company. Stand clear, everyone. Boss, hey guys, don't leave me. Have no fear, short stuff. I'll get you booted in the right direction. Okay, so their first battle is a team. Just took out some interdimensional travelers. Look, the portal is closing in on itself. Do we follow? Find out who sent them? No, Bobby. There's no telling where we might end up. Roxy's safe. We've done our job. Good work, Caitlin. You kids took control of the situation, got out of there before the local authorities arrived. Everyone did their part for the team, Mr. Lynch. Queep? Oops. Hey, come back here. So this little Queelock is pretty cute. It's climbing on in. I've never seen a creature like that one before. You decided to name it Queelock? That's what those goons were calling it. Besides, it sounds kind of cute. Cheep, cheep, cheep. That creature may be more dangerous than we realize. Do you really think so, Mr. L? Queep. Hey, it likes me. Root, root. Those intruders were willing to kill you to capture it. You can be sure we haven't heard the last of them. Dun, dun, dun. So they really give a good outline of the whole team there. And you can see this Gen 13, it's really leaning into the humor. And they've all, you're setting up a team. You want to make sure that you have unique power sets for each of them. So for a first issue, we learned all their powers and got to know a little bit about their personality. Not so much about Bobby, but everyone else pretty much got some screen time, as they say. And so that was Gen 13 number 1. I could keep going here. I think you'll have to tune into the part 2 if you want to see a little bit more. Here's some Gen 13 fan art.